Early voting is underway right now for Texas House District 28, and the battle for this small district in Fort Bend County has become a national conversation.
Yeah, so why are so many people across the country, including presidential candidates, so concerned about a state house race?
Marcelina Benito explains why political wonks are focused on this district that includes parts of Katy and all of Fulshear.
Reka, all eyes are on this special election here in Fort Bend County, and voters have two choices. It's either Dr. Elise Markowitz or Republican Gary Gates, and only one of them will go on to represent the district at the Texas legislature in Austin. It's a huge deal because control of the Texas House is on the line. Republicans want to hang on, Democrats hoping to gain control in 2020. But this race has also caught the attention of folks far from Fort Bend County. Presidential candidates like Joe Biden, Michael Bloomberg, Elizabeth Warren have all endorsed Markowitz in this race, and former White House contenders Beto O'Rourke and Julian Castro have even been in the county to campaign and earn votes for her. On the GOP side, Governor Abbott has brought in lots of resources to help Gates pull off the win. And here's why there's so much interest in money from Republicans and Democrats coming in. Pundits say if a seat like this can go blue, then that's promising for Democrats wanting to turn Texas blue in 2020.
People are looking at the 28th as possibly a real test, a sort of, Spanish Civil War before the Second World War. Are the Democrats strong? What I would think will be interesting is what they do next Tuesday on the 28th when they try to spin the win or loss. If you win and you're a Democrat, the blue wave. If you win and you're a Republican, we've proven that this was a myth, that the Democrats can't win, that we can bring back a Republican.
Through 3 days of early voting, turnout is higher than both campaigns expected. The Gates campaign telling me tonight the good news for them is a majority of those voters have tended to vote in Republican primaries in the past. And right now it's all about getting that last-minute vote out. Early voting wraps up here tomorrow. Election Day is actually next Tuesday. Coming up at 5, hear what both campaigns have to say as they race to the finish. Back to you.